It is time for our Sunday Science. Kids often hear us talking about the weather, but do they understand how it works? Viglienzoni shows us how one exhibit is trying to make sure they know what happens in the skies here and that it's really part of something much larger.
Making large weather concepts hands-on for young learners is challenging, but it's a mission at the Montshire Museum of Science.
Clouds are made up of droplets of water that are suspended in air, and so this uses a humidifier to create clouds. And we find that visitors really enjoy playing with this exhibit, and it helps them understand how air moves and how clouds work.
Armed with knowledge about clouds, kids can step over to the globe with real-time satellite imagery to reinforce how weather patterns are connected worldwide.
We can find what's happening in Vermont when the globe rotates around to us, and then also see how that weather pattern is covering parts of the United States and also potentially parts of the world.
Satellite imagery also helps recreate the seasonal changes, with a global map of the snow cover creeping down and then receding as the warmer months arrive. Other concepts like tornadoes can be recreated in a cylinder of water with a crank. And for the winds, there's a map of real-time wind data plus a tube to blow air at a large map. Educators hope kids will walk away with a greater understanding of how the invisible forces of their world work.
The only way we can see moving air is when it comes into contact with something like a leaf or like one of these plastic shapes on this map. So this exhibit allows you to visualize air moving.
And finally, how people record their memories of the times weather affected their lives.
What is it with the weather that fascinates people so much to document it?
A lot of times it is really beautiful. Unfortunately, some of the most beautiful events, like the ice storm, are also incredibly destructive.
Right.
But there's just something really, magical about a big snowfall or ice or a big flood.
Combining creativity and technology to educate and make an impression. Viglienzoni, Channel 3 News, Norwich.
That looks like it is definitely worth the trip.